Hey, so I just noticed something really weird on this Anthurium Ace of Spades. This leaf has a little bit of discoloration on this edge, but if you compare it to this leaf, we don't have that discoloration. Here's what I mean. So I took a closer look and I found something that I've never seen before. I thought we would try to figure it out together, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more about pests on houseplants. So the first thought that went through my mind, based off of the way that this leaf appears, is that something is eating the surface of the leaf. I don't know what it is, but after I looked at it closer, it almost kind of looked like larvae of some sort. So based off of what I've seen other people share about pests, I'm going to search for thrips and see if I find something that looks similar to what we just saw. So I typed in thrips larva and it looks exactly like what we just saw. Wouldn't you say so? So how do we take care of this? I'll have to find out. Alright, so I learned that thrips actually deposit their eggs in the tissue of the plant. They could be dormant, so you don't even know that you have them until they appear. Some of the signs of thrips are that mottled discoloration on the leaf plant surface. Come on. And a lot of times I will also have these black dots. That's the excrement. What we looked at was actual thrip larvae. When they become adults, they actually form wings. That's terrifying. I don't think I've seen that, but I am going to have to go around, check all of my other plants, and see if I notice anything else. Because if I see those black dots, then I know that they've progressed into their life cycle, and I really don't want that. The thing about this leaf is that I looked at just one little white speck, but if we look closer, we could see that there are multiple just roaming around this leaf surface. Right there, right there, maybe even right there and there. So this plant, I kept it up here, which means I'm going to check everything down here. It seemed like on the Anthurium, the thrips kind of congregate along the midrib. So those are the areas that I'm really looking for. Also always check the undersides of your leaves. That's where a lot of pests like to hide. The same with leaves, new leaves that are just unfurling. They like to hide underneath the curled parts. Makes sense. If I were a pest or if I were an insect, I would hide there too. Fortunately, I did not find any thrips or any signs of thrips on any of the other plants. So my next step was just to repot the entire anthurium. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I wash it very well, including the entire root system, just in case there are any eggs somewhere down there. I don't know if that's what thrips do, or if they just deposit eggs only in the plant tissue, but this is just an extra step that I think is important, just in case. So my plant's been washed. I washed and sanitized the pots. Now I'm just going to repot it. Just mixed up a little bit of soil with perlite, peat, and a little bit of sphagnum moss and some orchid bark. You might be wondering how I even knew that something was going on with my plant. I know that leaf discoloration is just very subtle. I actually just looked at it and saw something slightly different. And the first thing that came to my mind was thrips, because I do have thrip phobia. I've dealt with so many different houseplant pests that I knew eventually I'd have to deal with thrips. That's one of the things that I haven't seen in person before yet until now, but I knew that it would have like that slightly off color, a little streaky, silvery. That's sort of what it looks like, although it does look a little yellow on this plant. And then when I saw that little white speck, I knew something was on my plant and I need to see what it was. I think the next step from here is I'm going to order some type of predator that will kill the thrips for me. I read that ladybugs and a specific mite and lacewings all feast on thrip larvae, so I'll probably go with the lacewing since I've brought in all the others and I kind of just want to test it out and see how it goes. Hopefully I won't see any more thrips after this.